Football's back, baby, and that means it's tailgating season. On this video, I'm gonna show you 3 easy and delicious recipes perfect for your next outing. We've got a delicious jalapeno popper dip, a breakfast fatty and spicy grilled chicken sandwiches. There's a lot of different tailgating recipes out there, from wings to simple dips, and I wanted to put together something a little bit different, more unique, that's still easy to make. You can prep it the night before at home and really enjoy your game day. So let's get started. For these recipes, I'm using my Weber kettle grill. It's small, light, portable, and if you are going tailgating or going to the game, this is probably the grill you're gonna end up using, so I'm gonna show you how to set it up. I've got my chimney filled with Kingsford charcoal. Now, I'm all out of starter cubes, so here's a little dad tip for you. Take a paper towel, soak it in oil, light it. It's gonna burn nice and slow and give the charcoal plenty of time to get fired up. Once the chimney is about halfway lit, I'm gonna take my coals and dump everything out into my grill. Ooh, that is looking great. I'm gonna move my charcoal to one half side of the grill and set it up for dual zone grilling. So I've got a hot side, I've got a cool side, and with this setup, you can cook pretty much anything you want at your tailgate. First up, we're gonna do the breakfast fatty. Now, this one is one of my favorites. Shout out to the man Jack Arnold for this recipe. This one is sweet, savory, and absolutely delicious. And the ingredients are really basic. We've got a blueberry muffin, we've got a pound of breakfast sausage, some maple syrup, and my maple bourbon seasoning. I'm gonna take this blueberry muffin, put it inside the breakfast sausage, roll it back up into a log, throw it on the grill, and it's going to be perfect. The flavor profile on this is kind of sweet, savory, almost like a McDonald's McGriddle. To start, I'm gonna take my plastic wrap and roll that out onto my cutting board. I've got 1 pound of Jimmy Dean regular breakfast sausage. Now, you can also use the spicy one if you want to give it more of a kick. Take that out of the packaging, put that on the plastic wrap, and flatten it out into this sort of even rectangular shape. And this doesn't really have to be perfect. Main thing to keep in mind is that it's roughly the same thickness all the way around. Now take your blueberry muffin and crumple it up right in the center of our breakfast sausage, making this nice little mound going down the middle. Take some maple syrup and just drizzle it right over the top. It's gonna add that nice, sweet, sticky taste to the center of our breakfast fatty. Quick note on the maple syrup, be sure to use actual maple syrup, not the breakfast syrup stuff. This one I got from one of you guys. It's from Canada, comes in a can, so you know it's good, and this stuff is absolutely amazing. Now, to shape this into our breakfast fatty, take the plastic wrap, bring up the sides together, and just gently connect the tops of the sausage together and start to roll this up until it starts to take this nice log breakfast fatty shape. Give it a couple spins to make it nice and tight, and our fatty is ready to go. Here's the dad tip for you. Cook your breakfast fatty on a small wire rack. This makes it easier to put on and off the grill and prevents with any sticking. Grill is cruising at about 400 degrees. I'm gonna put my fatty on the indirect heat side of the grill, just like so. Should take about 35-40 minutes, and our fatty will be ready. It's been about 35 minutes. Our breakfast fatty is done. Check this thing out. It is looking and smelling amazing. If you get a little opening on top, completely fine. Temp-wise, it's sitting right around 165 internal. So let's pull it off the grill. Whew. I mean, this thing looks really good. Let's take our fatty off the wire rack. It is looking and smelling absolutely amazing. All that's left to do is just slice it up. Look at that. Gonna go about a 1/4-inch slice or so. Look at that. Nice little breakfast sausage ring. Blueberry muffin in the center. I mean, come on. I mean, that is a perfect tailgating food right there. Breakfast, lunch, sweet, savory, meaty, all rolled up into one delicious fatty. I'm gonna spread these guys out a little bit. Look at that, lay them out. And just like this. Oh, this one's got a lot of blueberries inside. And for the finishing touch, I'm just gonna drizzle it with a little bit more maple syrup. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Let's go for this piece right here. It's got the blueberry right there in the center. This is absolutely amazing. Sweet, savory. You can taste the blueberry muffin, the savory sausage, that Maple Bourbon Seasoning on the outside. It's a little smoky from cooking it on the grill. And then you get this delicious maple syrup finish. This is an absolute must-have for your tailgate. Let's move on to the next one. Next up, I'm gonna make a delicious jalapeno popper dip. Now, I love making jalapeno poppers, but the prep can be kind of a pain. So with this dip, you get all the delicious flavor without all the prep work that's needed. We've got bacon, jalapenos, there's cream cheese, sour cream, a secret seasoning that's really gonna elevate this recipe, and it's super easy to put together and perfect for your tailgate. So let me show you how to make it. To start, I'm gonna put everything in this 8-inch square cake pan. This makes it easy and very convenient. First, I'm gonna go in with 2 blocks of cream cheese. Now this is room temperature softened cream cheese, just makes it easier to mix and incorporate with everything else. I've got 8 ounces of sour cream. Here's another tip for you. This recipe calls for equal parts mayo and sour cream. Use the sour cream first, then fill it with the mayo to give the same amount. I've got about 4 strips of crispy crumpled up bacon. Now you can make this on the grill, or if you're really strapped for time or doing this the night before, pop it in the microwave. It's still going to be delicious. For my shredded cheeses, I've got a mix of cheddar and mozzarella to get everything nice and melty and cheesy. About 4 diced up jalapenos, some of my taco seasoning, and finally the secret ingredient, I've got a whole packet of ranch seasoning to really elevate this dip and make it super delicious. Mix everything together, make sure it's well incorporated. You can finish it off with a little bit more shredded cheese on top to get that nice crust, maybe some sliced jalapenos if you have any left over. Now this is ready for the grill, or put it in the fridge if you're prepping it for the next day. It's cruising between 300-350 degrees. I'm gonna put my dip on the indirect heat side of the grill. Should take about 35-40 minutes until it's nice and bubbly, and our dip will be ready. It's been about 35 minutes. Let's take a look at our jalapeno popper dip. Oh, this thing is looking amazing. Nice and cheesy. Look at that. Super loose. Yeah, this is ready to be pulled off. Wow. I mean, that looks freaking spectacular. That cheese got super melty. Get this nice little crust around the edges. Yeah, let's just go for it. When getting your chips, get nice and hearty ones that are not going to break on you when you dip it in the dip. These Frito scoops work really well. So let's just dip right in. I'm going right for the center section. I want to get this jalapeno. Oh yeah, wow, look at that. You can see the bacon in there, the cheese. I mean, wow. Oh wow. That is hot, but absolutely delicious. It's just like a jalapeno popper. It's a mild heat. It's not super spicy. Like, if you can't handle heat, don't worry about this dip. It's not overly spicy. It's a very mild, mellow heat from the jalapenos. You get the cheese. You can taste the bacon, nice and meaty. And you get the super nice crunch from the Fritos. Oh yeah, absolutely perfect for your next tailgate. Wouldn't be a tailgate without a beer. We had some friends over on Saturday. I have a couple left. Let's crack open a cold one and move on to our last recipe. Cheers. And for my last recipe, I'm going to show you guys how to make a delicious, spicy jalapeno grilled chicken sandwich. Shout out to my man, Matt Pittman from Meat Church for posting this on his YouTube channel. I've made this a bunch of times, and it is absolutely delicious. I love sliders and burgers and things like that, but for a tailgate, this is next level. The ingredients for this recipe are also very, very simple. I've got some boneless, skinless chicken thighs, a couple cans of sliced pickled jalapenos, my sweet barbecue rub, and some potato rolls. That's all that it takes. I like using boneless, skinless chicken thighs the most for this recipe. They're flavorful, juicy, and everything just comes out much better. First, I'm going to put these into a Ziploc bag, and next I'm going to pour in a couple cans of these pickled jalapenos. These are sliced, and these also have the carrots in them, which is completely fine. Pour in the liquid, put in the jalapenos, and we're going to finish off the marinade with a couple tablespoons of my sweet barbecue rub. This has that granulated honey in it, which is going to really balance out the heat from the peppers. Seal the bag and then mix everything together. making sure the chicken is nicely coated in that pickled jalapeno juice. And this thing is ready for the fridge. Out of all the 3 recipes that we're doing today, this is the only one that you should really prep the night before and let this marinate overnight for the best flavor. I prepped this yesterday, had this sitting in the fridge, and as you can see, this chicken is looking much different from the fresh one that we just made. It's a little bit more pale. That's from all that acid that's in that pickling liquid from the jalapenos. So now this is almost ready for the grill. Let's take it out of the marinade. This, by the way, is smelling absolutely amazing. You can smell that pickling liquid, the jalapenos. I mean, this chicken is looking very flavorful. Let's take it out of the liquid here. Gonna put on this little sheet pan. Gonna pat these guys dry. This will help them get that nice sear and char on the outside. Okay, be sure to get both sides. And finally, I'm gonna finish it off with more of my sweet barbecue rub. And just a little coating right on the outside. I'm telling you guys, these are absolutely amazing. The mix of sweet and spicy on these chicken thighs is amazing. And cooking them over charcoal just adds a whole nother level of flavor. There we go. And now we are ready for the grill. For my chicken thighs, I like grilling these over high direct heat. So I'm gonna lay these down directly on the grates, over the coals. This is gonna help them get that beautiful char and color, maximum flavor. There we go. This, by the way, is smelling so good. You can smell that jalapeno pickling juice. You can smell that sweet barbecue rub. Oh yeah. Grilling these is super easy. You want to go maybe 3-4 minutes per side. Give them a flip once they're nicely charred up. Repeat on the other side. Cook until they hit about 175 internal, and they're perfect. Chicken thighs are sitting at around 170 internal. So for my last step, I'm going to put a slice of American cheese right on top. This will get melty and absolutely delicious. Perfect for the sliders. If you see it's a smaller piece, you can just rip these guys in half, just like that. Probably another 2-3 minutes. The cheese will melt and our thighs will be ready to go. Cheese is nice and melty. These are looking really good. And the assembly on these really couldn't be any simpler. I'm using these potato rolls from Martin. They are super soft and work great for these sliders. Hit the bottom with just a little bit of mayo. Okay. Next we're gonna go with our chicken thigh with the cheese, and to finish it off, a couple pieces of these pickled jalapenos. Boom. Look at that. There is your Tailgate spicy grilled chicken sandwich. I'm going for it because oh yeah. Wow. That is really good. Right away, you get that heat from the jalapeno, the tanginess from the pickling liquid, from that overnight marinade, a little bit of that sweet from my sweet barbecue rub, that soft potato roll. Oh yeah, this is absolutely delicious. There you have it, 3 easy tailgating recipes. Doesn't matter if you're going to the game or making these at home. These are perfect for your game day. Jalapeno popper dip, delicious breakfast fatty, and these super good spicy grilled chicken sandwiches. Give these a try, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. I never make mistakes, so it's definitely not me. Wait, I should open it like in one shot. Did I miss something?
I think you did.
I think I missed a lot of stuff. I think it's a Wednesday fun day. Doesn't really sound fun, but it will be.